the other times. It's like,
Oh,
oh
no,
yeah,
not
I gotta find it.
not
End up
criticizing.
scrambling. So yeah,
Not
I was excited to
criticizing.
excited to have the time to be able to get in early and try and test and
Well, yeah, I dropped the hint quite a few times because last month it was me and Irina, I think, hanging around for about the first 10 minutes, and somebody, somebody else was here as well. It was just two or three of us. I'm thinking, well, we're about 10 or 15 minutes in, and there's like like nobody here.
I'll tie it to RFR, all the chatter that was going on, I guess on the Skype group. You'd always hear the fellows talk about like pre-show conversations and stuff. Now I get what they're talking about. The pre-show setup and just making sure everybody's ready and whatever conversations happened before the microphones got recorded happened. So it was interesting to be a part of that a little bit here this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is something a bit new in that respect, and it's just trying to get in there, fire things up in advance, not just the some I've learned from the previous couple is really not to we say we're going to start at 3:30 as it is for me. We'll say we're going to start at 30:30. Not nobody. If you say you're going to start at 30:30, people will arrive 30:30 or later than 30:30. So I've dropped the hint a few times this round to say that we'll be opening the doors early and people can join and leave whenever they like. I mean, they can leave after 2 minutes if they don't like us. But
certainly, granted, I skew the older demographic. I know my previous attempts. I knew it was whatever time it was, 30:30 or on the hour or whatever. It was, and I was there at the time. It was the technological hurdle that if you're not a Skype user, if you're not used to joining these calls or doing this sort of thing. I ended up spending 10 minutes getting, oh crap, what do I need set up or whatever. So it could be some of that, but then again, me thinking that's the younger demographics probably got no problem setting or doing any of this.
Click, click, boom, done.
Yeah, they know exactly what.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we might give Messenger a spin next time round. I don't know. See where things go.
Stephen, I've seen that chatter. Why? Is there something wrong with the Skype process?
No.
Facebook one
Okay. I had that audio chat with you, Brandon. Probably insulting.
It's just a name.
Yeah.
On here.
I had that quick chat I had with you in Messenger. Sort of is pretty very good.
And it's pretty seamless as far as getting everyone together in the group. It's a lot easier to click join the call right there from the group rather than using an external program.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's already starting to get a little bit confusing for some. When we've got this little group here in Skype, and obviously we've got the Facebook group, and now we've also got the Facebook messaging group. Well.
Fewer programs, the better.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
It's easier on people's hardware, too.
My first time using the computer. It looks like the computer shows you who's talking.
Yes.
That you get the little blue box around whoever, so that'll help. It was always difficult. I was just using my phone and it was difficult sort of keeping traps of who was who. So does the messenger thing that you guys are talking about have that feature as well? You know who's talking?
I actually don't know. We've never done more than a couple people.
Okay.
No,
Something else you guys are going to make me learn.
Another
I see.
Is unofficially we can
sure.
We can just do a thing where like 5 or 6 of us get together and do like a beta test for that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think would probably be a lot better than just all right. This is how we're doing it next time. Boom.
Yeah. No. I think
absolutely. Yes.
If you want to get buy-in to this, or otherwise get people. Last time I was there was the debacle, and we spent an hour technically troubleshooting and so yeah. No, I think better to do a beta test of a couple of you would be good.
Well, something that popped into my mind this morning actually when I was in the bathroom. When all the great ideas come to you. I was thinking that all these. We probably need some of the younger demographics to fill us in here, but you've got all these sort of gaming and pulse and streaming kind of things around now. I was wondering whether any of them presented any kind of better kind of group chat kind of stuff. They're all set up for that kind of thing. Additionally, what's on the screen?
Curse. There's a program called Curse that works pretty well, but the problem with it is it's useful on like gaming rigs and if you have really good internet connection. But as far as, being able to get more people in, Skype requires very little as far as internet and hardware. But
Right.
so I
would
think
imagine
it's the most accessible to use Skype or Facebook because they're
Yeah.
so
And I would
simple.
imagine Skype being around for as long as it has done well to figure out how to do it on poor machines. They don't have a lot of computing power on the back end. They'll tweak where it needs to tweak. That it's well built in that sense, just over the time. Versus something like whatever you just said might be geared towards works great on machines, big rig gaming machines and high speed internet connections, but not well in a simple computer user environment.
An ideal thing to do if everyone, well, I used to, at a former job, there was it's like a group call program, something like that would be ideal because they're designed specifically just for voices and things like that, where you won't have all the frills and stuff that you get with Skype being able to use video and all that. And it's a simple thing where, like how we did here on Skype, you just click in. But I think probably Skype or Facebook will be really our only ways to go. But yeah. Also, Denny, I saw a ring and I didn't hear any voices. Were you trying to do this?
Yeah, because everyone was talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure your audio was working and you weren't like over there going, "Hello."
Anyone?
Question: you guys want it recorded as well this time around to put it out later on Facebook?
I was actually going to come to that one. Just about you just said that. I just thought about that. Yeah, I think just as long as we just remind right at the end to remind me or somebody pipe up to make sure that everybody says yes, is this consent, and so to speak, for it to be recorded, and then go, because I'll try and get it in the, or somebody else can try if they want to try and get the actual recording in the actual Facebook group. I had nightmare problems trying to get Facebook to actually do the video. Who's that?
Super crazy.
Hello.
Well, I'm doing a live stream now anyway for my channel on YouTube.
All right.
Yeah, it's my first time doing a live stream.
Okay.
So I hope it's going all well.
Well, I'm not sure that. I think you said something about the live stream thing before. I'm not sure what's happening. Help me out here, Brandon. Brandon, you're younger. You're younger than me.
He's doing
Literally
he's
just
doing it
streaming
himself. So I can go find myself somewhere on the internet. Boy, this is that's a weird mirror in a mirror kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, he's just literally streaming it live.
Yeah.
Like how on Facebook people are like, "Blank is live now." Well, it's that,
right.
but yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, I don't have a problem with it. It gives us a bigger. Well, we're not actually craving an audience as such, but we're just all getting around. It's just like I think I said before, going to the pub for a chat sort of stuff, isn't it? And
except I can legitimately talk about Star Wars.
Exactly. Yeah.
You won't get beat up.
Well, I don't think I hope not in this day and age. It's not too much, but more so just the eye rolls and the weird looks and stares from friends and colleagues. Just like, okay,
the nerds reign supreme these days. It's the coolest time to be a nerd.
It certainly is. I'll take deference. I follow Jimmy's line. So I don't like nerd. I like geek.
I don't know,
geek to me is like a less educated form of nerd.
One more's arriving.
What it sounds like to me. Welcome.
Daniel's in the house.
Yes.
Hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hey guys.
Hello.
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 And ladies, if you are.
I don't think Irina's not here at the moment. I thought she said she was going to be here, but she might arrive a bit later. I always get excited not too excited when we got don't get enough females in this in these kind of things, do we? In like Star Wars groups and all that kind of stuff. Not enough. Right, so we've got what, six of us at the moment. I think that's seven, including me, isn't it? So we've got Giorgio, Super Crazy, Ron. I might have to abbreviate Super Crazy just Super.
Just go crazy.
Sorry.
Just go crazy for me. It's alright.
Okay. That's gonna confuse me doing this all.
I'll keep you straight.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, keep me on target. Do we want to we start off like 15 minutes early to try and get people to turn up on a time? Do we want to give any leeway anymore? Because previous times we've like held on for another 10 minutes after the time for anybody to join in late, or do we just want to just try and get people to turn up early in future by just carrying on?
We can start with something like super trivial that won't matter if anyone like is in or not, like recent acquisitions for collectors, like something ridiculous.
I had actually thought that what way to start to get everybody sort of loosened up would be just to ask what was the last sort of Star Trek stuff. God's sake!
What?
Star
Blasphemy!
I'm off.
Mute.
Kicked off. You are now kicked off.
Bounce. How do we bounce the host? Decline.
Yeah. I was going to say what was the last Star Wars? I was going to say what's the last Star Wars we watched, but we could go into what was the last Star Wars interaction of any kind you've had since the last time we did the Senate, or whoever's new here, just to see what people have been doing or latest Star Wars interaction they've had. Other than other than our Facebook group, because that would get a bit tedious. We all just say that.
I'll put it in.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
Go Ron.
Well, it was in the Facebook group, but somehow through this group, I got hooked up. I want to say Tazo, T-A-Z-O, the little, I call them pogs, is the little circle discs I had somewhere picked up at a local sort of Comic-Con thing in my area, a book of Walker's Tazo Collected Force Pack, and it had all of them but one. And somehow through the group, I was asking questions about it because I didn't know what it was. It wasn't something in the U.S. It was something to Europe, I guess, whatever. And somebody said, "Oh, I got a bunch of those sitting around." And George, I don't know, have George's last name.
Lucas.
George was kind enough to send me one of those things, and I was a kid all over again collecting the cards from back in the day that he hooked me, and I now have a complete set. I've since learned that the book that I have is not complete. There were some other pieces to it, but I don't care about the other pieces. I have all the little tiny circle discs that go in to fit to complete the book, the little picture things, whatever. So that was the most recent Star Wars related thing for me in some fashion.
Nice.
Okay, I'll try to not to take, but try to steer things. Go, Denny.
Since the last time we spoke, I finally got to crack open Bloodlines from Claudia Grace. I'm about 100 pages into that. Just watched earlier this week Rogue One for the 6th time in theaters.
Oh, nice.
And something that's a little bit of a pet peeve for me now, which is... I don't know who you would normally blame for this, but do you remember when the prequel trilogies came out, and they would have the replicas of the official movie posters for sale in stores maybe about like a month before the movie was released? So you also had like the credits at the bottom, and I noticed that Disney hasn't been doing that, and I don't think they've been doing that at all, because I've been finding replicas of the posters, but with none of the credits at the bottom. So I have to kind of buy the poster through a third party means, and I ended up buying a replica of Rogue One, and when it was shipped to me about 2 or 3 weeks ago, it came. I think it was about 27 by 41, and I'm having a very hard time trying to find a frame to contain it in stores. So it looks like I'm gonna have to buy it through a third party once again. But I kind of really wish Disney would kind of have that kind of stuff ready for when the movie's released, so people could the fans could actually go out and buy it instead of having to buy it through a third party.
So like the posters in the theater obviously have all of that directed by and all that stuff down at the bottom is what you're referring to, but in the
Exactly.
stores, we don't have a replica of that. Perhaps would they be doing it to sort of, I can't possibly, they're thinking this far ahead or this much into it to keep, the theater posters not collectible, but isolated from a replica, that the replicas don't have that stuff. So if you see one with it on the bottom, that's a legit theater poster.
That's true, but
It'd be neat if they were.
even when Lucasfilm sold it, they still had something at the bottom to let you know it was a replica. They probably had like I don't know, was it like a Trends logo or something from the manufacturer? And the thing is, like, I tried getting the Rogue One poster from numerous theaters inside my city, and none of them are having it. They're like, no, we're not giving these away. We're not selling them. We're not doing anything. Find another way.
Yeah.
So basically, you have no choice. And about over a year released from Rogue One, from The Force Awakens, and Disney hasn't even officially put one with the.
Interesting.
I haven't really noticed. Okay, right. Should we say hello to Irina, who's now joined us?
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
what's up, people?
We're here.
I can
I was
see
just like,
that.
I'm not usually this rubbish at dialogue.
How you doing?
Just when we get onto this, suddenly normal stream of words just suddenly go out the window. I just can't remember how to construct a sentence. Yeah, just for Irina's sake, we're just going quickly to warm us all up. We're just going to quickly go through the group here and find out what everybody's last Star Wars